E é pessoal, quem fala é o Pedro. Bom, a gente tá aqui a série de Dragon Age. Bom, isso aqui vai ser quase um episódio extra. A gente vai conversar com os NPC e tal, e fazer as coisas no castelo. De preferência, né? Vamos tentar. Vamos gravar aqui, porque se tiver alguma coisa que dê pra gente melhorar, a gente melhora.
How bracing to be in the thick of the game again. The last time I was at Alam Shiral was Countess Letienne's wedding. There were a dozen affairs, 5 secret alliances, and a duel between 2 chevaliers over the vintage of an Antivan port. But until the Duchess was unmasked, I've never seen the Winter Palace in shock.
Não desculpa.
You don't see the Empress of Orlais almost killed in cold blood every day.
Not so brazenly, no. The game's become increasingly insular in the past few years. Corypheus skillfully took advantage. It's disturbing so few people in the Orlesian court were aware of the Duchess's machinations.
Você não
The
sabia.
Empress realized she was in danger.
She's always in danger. Those loyal to her should have practiced more vigilance. But let's not lose sight of victory. Your actions at the ball have secured us allies and favors alike.
Tá, essa dança foi o ponto alto.
My favorite moment of the evening is still our waltz in the garden.
I could have danced with you for hours. We must do it again sometime.
Tá. Acho que ela não vai ter mais nada, vamos até
I
ver.
was hoping you'd be by. We've received letters from Archon Redanus of Tevinter and King Marcus of Nevada. For both monarchs to come to us is nearly unheard of.
Então, nós
The Inquisition's
impressionamos.
deeds have won their respect.
They'd never have contacted us otherwise. Archon Redanus requests that the Inquisition, as a neutral party, destroy a Venatori cult on the Nevaran Tevinter border. King Marcus asks the same, but demands we pledge allegiance to Nevara instead of Tevinter.
Ih, rapaz. O que você
What
faria?
course of action would you take if you were in my place?
Strained as their relationship with Orlais is, I would assist the Imperium. Their friendship is difficult to win, and Marcus is a fading power. Tevinter is the longer, richer game.
Tá, então ajudaremos
Tell
Tevinter.
the Archon the Inquisition will do Tevinter the favor of wiping out the Venatori on its borders.
Very good, Inquisitor. We'll inform him at once.
É, mas essas perguntas pra própria Josefine, porque senão a gente faz errado a escolha.
A pleasure.
Não, só isso com ela então, pelo jeito.
Goodbye.
Tá ótimo. Eu vou deixar o trono por último. Vamos lá, vai. Dependendo de se desaprovar pouco, eu não vou nem voltar. Vamos lá. Quem que a gente tá julgando?
Knight Templar Delrin Barris, we've gathered to review your military service to the Inquisition. You showed exceptional valor defending the people of Valkaline from Venatori, and broke a siege of demons in Ansburg. You stood against an entire town that wanted to kill a mage for imagined demonic possession, without raising a sword.
And thanks for your service, and your help at Therenfall Redoubt. I endorse your promotion to Knight Commander of the Templar Order.
Your worship, I am not worthy.
You've shown loyalty, determination, courage, as all Templars should.
I will honor your faith in me.
Templars, will you take Sir Barris as your Knight Commander?
Então agora só que ele vira comandante? Nossa, eu achei que ele tinha virado comandante faz tempo. Tô por fora então. Tem mais alguém?
I do not believe a reminder is necessary for this accused. Her capture and disgrace could not have been more public. Grand Duchess Floriane de Chalon, although her titles are among the dignities already at risk of forfeiture.
Ah, a gente vai julgar
You
ela.
spared her life despite her treachery. What becomes of it now falls to you.
The consequences of our dance continue to echo, Lady Floriane.
Que é isso?
Despite
Né?
her posture, Lady Floriane has acknowledged your authority.
Should I curse you on behalf of the Elder One? I realize he had no intention of honoring the concordats I manipulated. Do as you must. I respect your mastery of the game, even as I despise your victory. Celine does not know her fortune.
O que é claustro? Não sei. Nossa, isso aqui vai dar errado. Sorte que eu salvei. Eu vou tentar essa decisão de rei. De como, tipo, como inquisidor. Mas eu acho que isso vai desaprovar muito. Se for, eu vou por essa aqui. A gente volta e eu coloco essa.
She remains a creature of formality and opportunity. We have use for both. Grand Duchess, Josephine will see that your wiles profit the Inquisition. Don't disappoint.
One must
Desaprova.
remember that the game is never truly over, your worship.
Desaprova um pouco, desaprova, desaprova. Todo mundo desaprova só um pouco, basicamente. A questão é... Ah, mas apareceu uma operação nova. Eu vou deixar assim, então. Não vou mexer, não. Eu vou subir aqui nos aposentos porque eu quero ver se vai ter alguma coisa pra coletar aqui. Faz tempo que eu não venho. Talvez tenha. Então vamos dar uma olhadinha. Subir. Tem alguma coisa aqui na mesa? Não. Nada pra coletar. Tá, então vamos descer. Vamos pro próximo. O próximo seria o Sola. Só que o Sola vai ficar bravo com a gente de todo jeito. Eu já desisti do Solas já, velho. Sinceramente, se ele desaprovar, tô andando aí, né? E que se cague ele, velho. Tá, o Varric eu não quero dar errado não, então vamos salvar aqui. Conversar com o Varric.
So, you've been hanging out with Three Eyes? He does good work. Nothing compared to Bianca, though.
Conhece Três Olhos?
I take it you know each other?
Acquainted. I wouldn't call us drinking buddies or anything. Guy's got weird priorities. Frankly, I think he's jealous of Bianca. Poor sod.
Chamou de
Told me that
ostentação.
Bianca is a vanity piece.
That's the envy talking. Bianca is a masterpiece. Three Eyes isn't enough of a craftsman to build anything like her.
Não, mas aí ele fala que talvez não vai responder.
Carry on.
Tá, o Varric não teve nada. Ok. Vamos lá, Solas.
There are spirits hovering by the veil to observe the thrones of powerful nations. Machinations, betrayals. After our time in Halam Shiral, I understand why. I had forgotten how I missed court intrigue.
Que bom que gostou.
I'm pleased you had a good time.
Political gambits, broken promises, half-truths. It is a palace full of motivation, and motivation is where great things happen. In any event, Celine should now be a steadfast ally, especially after helping her neutralize Briala.
O rolê com a Briala?
I'm sensing concern over how we dealt with Brianna.
No. Why would I disapprove of... Oh, because we're both elves. I'm sorry. I was confused. I do not consider myself to have much in common with the elves.
Ah, concordo.
Nor should you. You're not defined by the shape of your ears. They're not your people.
No, they are not. I joined the Inquisition to save the world. Regardless of who my people are, this was the best way to help them. As for the elves of Orlais, Brialla did what she could. She was an admirable woman, even if her gambit failed.
Even if we couldn't help Brialla, I hope we can make life better for Orlesian elves.
Stop Corypheus. That will do for a start. It speaks well of you to feel for the oppressed. Help them for that. Know them for what they are, instead of just seeing a pair of pointed ears.
Pô, nice. Eu acho que a primeira conversa com o Solas que ele literalmente só deu aprovação. Interessante. Tá, bora pro Durian. Ah, o Durian tem uma missão dele que eu não fiz, né? Tá, acho que vamos fazer a missão dele então. Pera aí. Diário, assessores. Nossa, tem uma missão do Very que eu não sabia. Tá, até gaivota e lampião. Onde é isso? É na Terra Distantes. Tá, a gente precisa levar o Dorian, né? Então vamos por Blackwall, Verk e Dorian. Eu acho que não vai ter luta, mas... ok. Só por precaução vamos levar. E vamos gravar, porque o Dorian também eu acho que... não sei se vale a pena gravar ou não. Vamos ver, vai. A gente não deveria se meter tanto na vida do Dorian, não. Acho que vai dar errado se a gente fizer isso. Ah tá, vai. Vamos gravar antes de entrar. Leve Dorian. Tá, eu tô com Dorian. Ah, tá vazio? Mano, agora eu fiquei boiando aqui. Ah, será que era alguém lá fora? Nossa, se for, eu passei reto, eu não vi a pessoa. Quer ver que tinha alguém tipo do lado da porta e eu não vi? Não. Será que tinha que vir só? Tá, pera, eu acho que é o seu problema. Eu acho que tem que. Não pode vir outras pessoas. Tem que só ser ele mesmo e o Dorian. Não pode levar mais ninguém. Então. Tá. Bora lá de novo agora. Bom, acho que é isso. Faz sentido, pelo menos, né? O problema se tiver a luta, tô muito indefeso assim. Ainda mais por estar no pesadelo e eu ainda não encontrei o amuleto de poder do Dorian pra fazer a build dele. Vai complicar um pouco a nossa vida. Tá, é aqui mesmo. Vamos ver. Por que aqui dentro não mostra nada? Que estranho. Será que tinha que falar com ele na Fortaleza do Céu antes de vir? Algo desse naipe? É, ó, por que não? Não dá. Mas tá falando que é aqui, isso que é o duro. Não sei, eu vou tentar falar com ele na Fortaleza do Céu. Se não der também, eu vejo depois certinho e a gente faz. Mas, sei lá, eu achei que simplesmente era só vir. Acho que eu me enganei então. Do Vark também tem uma missão. Então vamos falar com o Dorian primeiro. Ver se precisa falar com ele. E se não for, a gente tenta fazer a missão do Vark. Tá, o Dorian é aqui, né? Dorian, cadê você? Ah, eu esqueci de deixar.
Was there a problem with his message?
Nossa, 1000 e pouco de XP.
Believe my father's gall. Of course, he couldn't come here to Skyhold. No, that would be too much. But contacting some southern cleric on the sly, much wiser. If this is some Venatori connivance, I will be utterly disappointed.
I should go.
Naturally.
Não, só fala que tem que levar ele, eu não entendi. Deixa eu ver a do Varric, enxergando vermelho. Não tem um lugar ainda da missão. Tá, ok. Tá falando mais uma vez.
Marvelous business, the Winter Palace. You saved an empress, and now she's eating out of your hand. Perfect mental image. All this dancing, politics, and murder makes me a bit homesick.
Happy to oblige. A taste of home just for you.
Not just for me. Fun for the whole family.
Perhaps I should have invited some.
We were there. That's what counts. I hope you tried the ham they were serving, by the way. Tasted of despair. It's fascinating.
I
Tá,
should go.
nada muito
Try not to kill
interessante.
anyone without me.
Tá, pô, eu vou ter que olhar como que faz essa missão dele aí, porque eu realmente não entendi. Vamos ver a Leliana aqui. Ah, é, a Leliana tem a ver
So it's true.
com a Divina.
Some look to Cassandra or even me as Justinia's successor. I never thought the idea would gain momentum. Of course, with the other candidates out of the picture.
Is becoming divine something you really want?
When Justinia was alive, I would have laughed at anyone who even suggested that I could be her successor. Things have changed. Still, I don't know. Restoring the Chantry will be like trying to steer a sinking vessel through a storm.
Whoever becomes divine will have my support if she requires it.
And I'm sure whoever becomes divine will absolutely require the Inquisition's backing. The Chantry is faltering, but it still has influence over the people. Who tells the people what's right? Who do they look to in times of peril? A divine with enough support can change the Chantry. And with it, Thedas. But this is a discussion for later. If Corypheus wins, finding a new divine will be the least of our problems.
Ok. Mais algo?
A message from Divine Justinia.
Você está bem?
That's a shock. You all right reading it?
Thank you for the concern, Inquisitor. But I am. This message was written months, perhaps even years ago, to be delivered to me if she died. I've heard of such contingency plans. A sudden death often leaves loose ends. I'm to go to Valence, a small village on the waking sea. There is something hidden there.
I'll help in whatever way I can.
Wonderful. I was hoping you would agree to come with me to Valence. One more thing. If what is hidden in Valence is as valuable as I think, we're not going to be the only ones looking for it. I shall meet you at the Chantry in Valence. Try not to delay.
Tá, tem a missão agora também da Leliana. Mais alguma coisa?
Inquisitor?
I'll leave you to your work.
Tá, vamos ver onde é isso. Bom, se a gente não vai ser os únicos procurando, deve ser uma coisa valiosa. Um livro ou algo do tipo. O jogo geralmente é valioso, né?
It's just as I remember it.
You didn't tell me you'd been here before.
After the Blight ended, I came here to see Justinia. She was just Dorothea then, a revered mother. I needed her wisdom after the hero of Ferelden died.
It's peaceful here. You must have good memories of this place.
It was a place of comfort. It is good to see it still untouched by Corypheus.
Leliana, is that you?
Sister Natalie, what are you doing here? I thought you were in Val Rayo.
No, I've been here since Justinia died. This place makes me feel like she's still with us.
Inquisitor, this is Natalie, a trusted friend.
Wait, Inquisitor? You brought the Inquisitor here? My lord, forgive me for not recognizing you earlier.
Caralho, terá que pagar uma penitência. Se não ser
I
reconhecido.
wish more people would fail to recognize me.
Oh, I see.
Natalie, listen. There is something hidden here. Something Justinia left for me.
Oh, really? What is it?
I don't know, but we'll find it. I'm curious to see what brought us all here. Justinia's letter came with instructions
Tá,
for me.
não é pra confiar na mina pelo jeito. Mecanismo oculto.
Above all, that strength lives in an open heart.
Mecanismo oculto.
Do they still sing verses from the benedictions every Friday? That canticle was Justinia's favorite.
Never give up the traditions of a most beloved
A
divine.
luz não tem mais escuridão.
I stare up at the bridge sometimes. It's terrifying, but beautiful in its way. Have you seen it by sunrise?
A luz não tem uma escuridão.
Splits into what looks like 1,000 suns, like a broken mirror. Yes, spectacular, isn't it?
Ué, eu sou sozinho onde tá?
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Brilhante.
Good old Leliana was playing you the whole time. Didn't you realize?
They never sing the benedictions here on Fridays, Natalie. Something so simple. And you got it so wrong. I wanted to believe, but you were lying from the start. Keep that pretty mouth shut if you must, dear. You've already told me everything I need to know. The prickleweed burrs on your hem, talking about the sun rising through the breach. It all points to a single place. Morel in the Dales, Grand Cleric Victoire's bastion. She sent you, didn't she? Victoire was always an opportunist.
If we let her go, she'll just run off to her cleric, won't she?
Likely. Kill me then. I am not afraid to die for my beliefs. At least I still know what I believe.
Ah, mas fazia matar uma que era amiga dela? E agora? Ai, carai. Do que a Leliana, eu acho que ela preferia não soltar, mano. Eu vou pôr. Vamos ver.
This has to be done. You know it.
I see what you've become. The righteous stand before the darkness, and the Maker shall guide them.
Óbvio que ela não queria fazer isso. Tá na cara.
No! This can't be it. There's nothing here.
Um fundo falso.
Check again. Perhaps the box itself is a puzzle. She seemed the puzzling sort.
No, it's just an empty box. There's a message carved in the lid. The left hand should lay down her burden. She's releasing me. The divine has a long reach, but it is always her left hand that stretches out. 1,000 lies, 1,000 deaths. Her commands, but my conscience that bore the consequences.
She apologized in the Fade. She said she failed you. This is what she meant.
All this time, Justinia carried the fear that she was using me. Just like I'd been used in the past. But Marjolaine's games were trifles. Justinia gambled with the fate of nations. She needed me. No one else could have done what I did. She knows that.
Nossa, mas tipo, só ela podia fazer isso, né? Era necessário.
Sacrifices are necessary. You know that.
I know. And hearing you agree gives me the courage to do what must be done. Justinia tried to save me, but all it's done is made me realize I don't need saving. There is work to be done. I'll see you back at Skyhold.
Caramba! Eita, pô! A daguinha forte. Tá, a linha deve estar em pedaços, né, mano? Fiz ela matar a mina e tal. Que ela não queria. Qual será que era a consequência de deixar ela viva? Eu acho que ainda que a Leliana ficaria brava com a gente se deixasse ela viver. Porque avisar o inimigo, tudo que ela tenta evitar é fazer informação vazar. Mas vamos ver. Isso que é o foda, né, mano? É muita escolha pessoal nesse jogo. Tipo, você acha que é necessário ela matar os outros pela divina ou não? Pra proteger a bendita. É tudo muito do ponto de vista que você enxerga as coisas do jogo.
Grand Cleric Vitois is scrambling after the loss of her agent.
Good. Her support base is in Morale. Tear it down. Grand Cleric Victoire wishes to make an enemy of the Inquisition. I'll give her what she wants. Doesn't Victoire have a young cousin? Lord Ferrand?
Calma, filha. Calma, não faz isso não.
Dotes on him.
Yes, mistress. I believe that is so.
Good. Have him collected. He shall be an honored guest, and make sure the Grand Cleric hears about it.
At your command.
Caramba! Nossa, tudo bem?
Is everything under control?
Perfect. The Grand Cleric and others like her will fall in line soon enough. You see, when I'm ruthless, it gets us where we need to be. It's something to be proud of. Why fix it? How funny that her regret is what finally puts my own to rest. I chose to become her left hand, knowing what it meant. It was my weakness that stopped me from fully committing to my task.
You have a good heart. It's not a weakness.
You are too kind, Inquisitor. Call it what it is. The Inquisition needs me just as the Divine did, to do what no one else dares. Death and deception are my trade. It is what I am. It is what I always will be.
É duro que, tipo... Foda, né, mano? Porque, tipo, ela é uma assassina de elite, né?
I'll leave you to your work.
Talvez foi a escolha errada, mas eu não quero mudar minha escolha, porque... Provavelmente, na outra vez que eu joguei, eu coloquei a outra opção, tá ligado? Pra não deixar ela matar ninguém. Então vamos ver o que isso vai trazer de consequência pra gente.
Honored, Inquisitor. Gotzi Sturhall. Did my part on the walls. Now I'm on this strange collection you've brought us. Don't know it's worth to the fight exactly, but it's good workmanship.
Any ideas about the origins of these reliefs?
To Vinter, early. It's in the tool marks, the grain. That's hard dust mined from the 100 Pillars, if I know anything. Oh, I suppose the scene is probably full of Tevinter robes, too.
The 100 Pillars?
Damnedest things. Massive spires that aren't stone. It's like a mortar. Don't know more than that. Strong, though.
Another
É,
time.
tá falando sobre
Best of the vein, Inquisitor.
os mosaicos. A gente não terminou um, né? Eu vou ter que dar uma olhada depois como que pega o resto. Oh, caramba. Tá. Aqui não tem mais ninguém, né? Ou tem alguém ali? A Morrigan. A Morrigan eu vou deixar por último. Qualquer coisa a gente faz no próximo. Vou ver aqui.
Going well, I hope?
Quais são as
What's
novidades?
been going on?
Seeker Cassandra came through here, looking like a storm cloud. That's just her face, though, isn't it?
I
Caramba,
have to
velho.
go.
Tá. Tem alguma missão aqui dentro.
Oh, my maker, you cannot imagine how many letters I've received about the fracas at Halam Shiral. Fortunately, you tied twice as many threads as cut, although it is yet bewildering at the center.
There are problems coming out of Halam Shiral.
There are always problems from Halam Shiral. We've lost a few contracts, but more than made up for it. Although,
Tá.
if a few commendations were given, it might retie some severed threads. I couldn't suggest how. That is better decided at your war table, and I'm not going near that thing.
Tudo bem.
As you were.
We are here for you, Inquisitor.
Negocia um acordo. Tá.
We are honored to serve.
Will you not consider it, Lady Cassandra? The clerics are still sequestered. If no one steps forward, they will debate until...
And you think I could make them agree? I've had enough for one day, Mother Giselle.
Talk to her, your worship.
Então o povo quer que a Cassandra se torne. Se divertindo.
The fun never ends in Skyhold, does it?
The Inquisitor was hilarious. That's what they'll say one day in Watch. I assume you've heard that Leliana and I are both candidates to be the next Divine. Because of what happened at Halam Shiral, of course, the Empire favors you. Thus, everyone close to you. So now the Chantry bandies our names about without even asking us first.
Nossa. Seria
I
perfeito.
think you'd make an excellent divine.
Truly? I never look good in hats. Surely it was never meant to be like this. The Chantry, the Circle of Magi, the Templars, this cannot be what they intended when it all began. The Chantry should provide faith, hope. Instead,
Mas ela não
it cannot
queria
be from its
reconstruir
course,
os
even in the face
investigadores?
of certain death.
I'm surprised to hear you, of all people, say that.
Oh? Am I not the same woman who declared the Inquisition against the Chantry's wishes? In all my years as a Seeker, I did what I was told. My faith demanded it. But now my faith demands something else. That I see with better eyes.
Não sei, vale a pena colocar a Cassandra como divina, mano?
If you're concerned, then make it better.
Did you know Varric is Andrastian? Oh, he blasphemes with every second breath, but deep down he believes. His heart is virtuous. But he would never step foot in a Chantry. It should be the first place to which the virtuous turn. It needs to change. Perhaps I must be the one to change it.
I have influence, and I can use it to help the Chantry make up its mind.
I cannot ask you to do that.
You don't have to.
If you think that is the right thing to do, then thank you. I suppose I should not be so concerned. The clerics speak my name for now, nothing more. For now, restoring order and stopping Corypheus remain our priority.
Nossa, agora eu fiquei com dúvida da Leliana, hein? Mas não vou mudar não.
Something is troubling me, Inquisitor. Leliana is receiving reports of mages becoming possessed, Templars going rogue. No one is dealing with these matters. I was hoping we might, before they get worse.
We can certainly look into it.
I will mark these incidents on the map as I learn of them, Inquisitor. And I would be pleased to accompany you if and when you investigate.
That's enough for now.
Another time, then.
Nossa, quanto lugar! Tá. A contura.
You know I've got no problem with Orlesians, but Halam Sharal was a mess. At least under the Qun, you don't get everyone tripping on each other's dicks while the country goes to crap.
I hate politics.
You've got a crappy job then, boss.
Legal o jeito, né, velho? Tá, acho que eu vou deixar sério o Cole pra depois, porque não vão demorar. Eu vou dar uma olhada se o outro desfecho da Leliana é melhor. Mas não acho que eu vou mudar, não. Se eu mudar, eu aviso, mas com certeza que eu não vou mudar. Mas bom, é isso, mano. O vídeo vai ficando por aqui. Deixa o like, se inscreve no canal. Até a próxima e fui.